Welcome back to Eldritch Horror. We're playing against Cthulhu and we're getting whomped. Alright, I guess it's time to continue on. We have Trish here in Rome and we have Minh, who joined us last time, in San Francisco. And so 2 actions each. We've really got to get rid of this madness from the sea rumor, or it was just going to waste all of our characters in short order. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to have Minh be lead investigator again. She has 6 health, 6 sanity. Doing pretty well. Trish only has... Trish has her full health of 7. I think I told her 8 last time. She only has a maximum of 7, but she only has 2 sanity. So if this triggers this time, Trish is going to join Jacqueline in the loony bin. All right, let's go. So we're going to start with Minh. Minh gets 2 actions. The first action she's going to do is she is going to buy a boat ticket. Now that's going to be important for the next turn to get over here to this space, but next she's going to move, so she will move 1 space to here, but she's not going to use her boat ticket to go to Buenos Aires because there's a monster here. We don't really want to have to deal with it if we don't have to. So that's basically the 2 actions for Minh, very quickly. And now we're back to Trish. And I think Trish... Oh, I think Trish is detained. She got arrested by the police last time. You cannot move or perform actions other than the action on this card. Instead of resolving an encounter, flip this card. So if you can't get rid of this card, you just flip it over instead of having an encounter. Local action, test your influence. If you pass, discard this card. So that's what she's going to do. She has an influence of 3. We're going to come right back. She's going to test her influence and see if she can spring herself from jail. All right, so I've got the dice tower out here, and we're going to roll 3 dice. She needs a success. And yeah, it's influence of 3. She can't do much else other than that. So we need a success, and we are going downhill fast. She has 2 4s and a 3, which is a fail. And you can't do the same action twice. Instead of resolving an encounter, you cannot perform. You cannot move or perform actions other than the action on this card. So she's basically messed over once again. She failed her influence, which means she can't do any more actions because she can't do the same action twice. So that was a lovely turn for Trish once again. And wow, we are so destroyed. All right, so I guess coming right up, we're going to have Minh, and she is going to do her encounter. She is in a city space, so she'll get a generic city encounter. And I grab my glasses here so I can see. All right, should have done that off screen. All right, generic city encounter. The shop is robbed while you're browsing. Well, that's no good. You attempt to fend off the thieves using strength. Well, she has a strength of 2. So she's going to try to fend off the thieves. Can she do it? Probably not. I mean, we'll see. She gets a 5. She succeeds. Oh, yeah. She might be a small Japanese lady, but she's tough. If you pass, the store owner is very gracious. Gain 1 item asset from the reserve or 1 random item asset from the deck. So she gets an item asset from the reserve. An item. Are there any items? Ooh, there is an item. And there's only 1 item. And it's the ritual dagger. So let's take a look at it. She's going to take this. Why not? It's an item magical weapon. Once per round, you may gain +1 lore when resolving a spell effect or +2 strength when resolving combat. So this is going to give her +2 for combat. Excellent. And we have to replace the reserve card, and it is replaced with another 1. It's a 45 Colt revolver, item weapon. Once per round, you gain +3 strength during combat encounter. So once per round. All right, so not once per battle. Okay. Well, you only fight once anyway, so you could only use it on 1 monster, not 2. But I do believe the ritual dagger, you can use it, yes, when resolving a combat encounter, +2. So I think you just get that ongoing. Cool. Well, that was at least something good for Minh. However, Trish, Oh man, I don't even want to know what is going to... Instead of resolving an encounter, flip this card. Well, this is what happens to Trish. I don't like the looks of that. Something's coming to get her in jail. And what happens? Contaminated water. Your captors question you for days without food or water. Oh, lovely. The only source of water you can find in your cell comes from a rusty pipe in the wall. Spend 1 clue or test observation -1. Observation -1. Her observation's 4. So she's going to roll 3 dice. Oh, that could be good. Let's see what she gets. Oh, she gets a success. I think 1 may be all we need. What else does this card have to tell us? If you fail, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you fail. So there's no if you pass. Spend 1 clue or test observation 1. If you fail, you get all these horrible things. Otherwise, you just discard the card. So she drank rusty pipe water for days and managed to get rid of the detained condition. I guess they finally let her out after days of questioning, finding out that she really had nothing to do with whatever landed her in jail in the first place. Well, that was her encounter, which I guess was kind of cool, but certainly didn't help us in the grand scheme of things, because now we roll right into the Mythos phase, and they're always extremely bad. All right, the lovely Mythos card. And we have, oh great, we have the Omen track moves, Reckoning, and then a gate. Oh, good. So the Omen track moves. It moves onto the blue constellation, and how many gates are on the board with the blue constellation? We have 1 in London, which means the Doom track is going to drop from 10 down to 9. It's not too bad. All right, Reckoning effects. Reckoning effects. We have no monsters with Reckoning effects. We have 4 monsters on the board. No Reckoning effects. Then we go to Cthulhu, which his Reckoning effect report. Each investigator on a C space. There aren't any. And now for the lovely, the exciting Rumor card. Oh man, this is going to kill. Well, not kill. It's going to drive somebody insane. It already has 3 tokens on it. So place a sanity token on this card. Then each investigator loses 1 sanity for each sanity token on the card. Well, guess what? The card now has 4 sanity tokens on it. And 4 sanity tokens means Trish is going to lose 4 sanity. But she can't, because she only has 2. We're going to say goodbye to Trish as she ends up in the loony bin. I guess being incarcerated for days on end drives her insane. So her ally and her 45 automatics will go with her on her card. Oh man, brutal. And she goes flippers. She is nutso. All right, gone insane. So we're gonna, in Rome. She went nuts in Rome. Okay, and so we're going to put a sanity token on her to signify that she went nuts. Her and Gloria. So Cthulhu managed to drive both of them insane. All right, we're not even finished yet. That was the Reckoning. Now, Minh has no cards or anything that has Reckoning on them. So I do believe we finished the Reckoning phase. Now we need to spawn another gate and another little fun monster. So the gate is going to appear in Arkham. Ooh, not good. Now we have a gate in Arkham and one in the Amazon that both have the red fire circle. So we're going to get the Doom dropping by 2 in the next episode. Oh, we're doing so well. But we get a new character at the end of this episode, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. Okay, and yes, of course, with the gate comes one of Cthulhu's buddies, and it will be this time, what do we have? What did I pull out of the nice Crown Royal bag? We find a flying polyp, ooh, with a Reckoning ability on him. I'm sure that's just going to be dandy. And it says, move this monster to the nearest space containing a gate. The nearest space containing a... Oh, okay, well, okay, it's on a gate, so it'll just move to Arkham, which it's already on. But anyway, the reckonings have already finished. And now it is time to continue with the Mythos card and see what horrible things are happening. Oh man, what does it say here? Once you see the sign, you begin to notice it everywhere. It is hidden in paintings and subtly woven into upholstery. Even when you close your eyes, the yellow sign glows with a sickly phosphorescence. And it's another red tentacle card. I'm pulling the worst cards in the deck. That's probably why we're having such a horrid time. The yellow sign. It's an event. Oh my god. What? Oh, this is just brilliant. The lead investigator loses all of his sanity unless investigators as a group spend 2 clues. This sanity loss cannot be prevented. Minh has, you guessed it, 1 clue, and I do not think she has anything else. Oh man. We're going to be getting 2 new investigators at the end here because there is absolutely nothing Minh can do. Oh, and she would have lost 4 sanity. She went from 6 down to 2 for the madness from the sea. But seeing the yellow sign has driven her completely around the bend. So, Minh also joins the Loony Brigade. Oh my god, this is just brutal. Do we even want another episode of this? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. This is just getting absolutely ridiculous. Okay, well, that was a lovely event. Drove Minh insane. All right, so that's 4 investigators so far that have been driven insane, and probably more coming up. So that was, well, she's going to be able to take her cryptic text and her ritual dagger and take it with her to her loony bin. Oh man, this is just brutal. Oh, and the doom. Hang on, we forgot. Every time someone is knocked out, the doom goes down 1. So 1 for Trish goes 9 to 8, and 1 more for Minh, 8 down to 7. So the doom track is just flying along quickly, and I don't believe this. So that's 2 of them gone crazy. Wow. All right, well, we're going to get 2 new characters. I don't know if we're even going to get close to even anywhere near close to trying to win. Oh boy, that was brutal. Well, I guess that's the end of the episode. And let's fish out 2 new characters, get them set up, and then we'll come back, I guess, in the next episode. And, oh, what is this corrupted business? We didn't do this card either. Oh my god. Each investigator loses 2 sanity for each deal condition he has. Oh, then discard this card. Neither of them had deal conditions anyway, but this card will go away. I forgot this card. This also has a reckoning effect on it, but then it says it goes away. So that really didn't have any effect, except I forgot it. But I remembered it now, and I didn't really do much. Okay, I'm going to have to fish out the big pile of investigators again, and we're going to pull 2 more. All right, the great big stack of crazy people left trying to take on Cthulhu. All right, shuffle them up a bit. And we'll just reach in. So we got 1, and we'll get 2. There we go. The next 2 heroes try and thwart Cthulhu and his madness from the sea as he ends up eating the brains of basically everyone that shows up. All right. Oh, man. All right. Let's take a quick look here. So Luke Robinson, the Dreamer. All right. He's dreaming all right. Action. Move to a space containing a gate that corresponds to the current omen. Oh, great. During the encounter phase, you can spend a focus or 1 sanity to encounter a gate on your space as if there are no monsters on your space. Well, that's pretty cool if he lives long enough. Oh, sanity of 8, health of 4. Mandy Thompson, the researcher. She has a brain health of 5, sanity 7, 3, 3, 4, 1, and 2. And, Luke's was 4, 2, 1, 2, and 4 willpower. Okay, well, yeah, whatever. Action, draw 2 clues from the clue pool. Spawn 1 of them and discard the other. Woo, that's pretty cool. After resolving a research encounter, if you gain exactly 1 clue from the encounter, gain 1 additional clue. Wow, that's really good if she can live long enough. All right, where does she start? Shanghai, China. Well, there's a clue there. She gets a magnifying glass, and I know thy enemy unique asset. So we're going to have to set her up for that. And he starts on a space containing a gate. Cool, so he just picks a space containing a gate. He gets 1 dream box asset and 1 clue. All right, let me get that set up, and we'll come back with the conclusion to this hideous and horrible, insane episode. All right, our new investigators are all set up. So I have set up Luke up here on London because he can show up on the board on any gate. So I think that's a good gate for him to show up on. And let's take a look at his item. He gets to start with the Dream Box. It's a trinket magical. When you close a gate during an otherworld encounter, gain 1 focus. If that gate corresponds to the current omen, recover 1 sanity, which could be good because we may need it. All right, and Mandy Thompson starts in Shanghai over here. She has 2 items that she starts with. Of course, she has the magnifying glass. It's a trinket. Once per round, you or another investigator on your space may spend a clue to reroll any number of dice when resolving a test. And she has a task, Know Thy Enemy. Whenever you gain a clue during a research encounter, place 1 Eldritch token on this card. Then you may flip this card. Then you may flip this card. Probably the more Eldritch tokens on it, the better. I don't know. So you may not get enough time to do it, because she'll probably go insane. Wow, and this is at 4, this rumor. We still can't get rid of it. I thought Minh, I don't know. This is a brutal game. Well, thanks so much for watching along. We now have Luke and Mandy taking on Cthulhu. I don't know how they're going to do. Oh, and I did forget the Reckoning effect on the Loigor, but his Reckoning effect is just each investigator on this space or an adjacent space loses a health or sanity. Well, no one was there, so we don't need to worry about it, or adjacent. Not an issue at the moment. All right, so thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time in the next episode to see if Cthulhu can eat the brains of Luke and Mandy as we continue to try, very desperately and very futilely by the look of it, to thwart Cthulhu in his evil, dreaming, scheming plans. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.